everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over how to install a vinyl fence. I'm going to be going step by step, all the tools you need, some things you might run into, and just some tips. So let's get started. First things you're going to need are obviously the panels. I got the Freedom Outdoor Living vinyl fencing from Lowe's. That's the ones I started with 2 years ago. This is the fencing I put up then. And actually, it's held up really well. Got a double gate, and then I already started one panel. And you also will need, for long stretches, as you can see, this fence is horrible. I just don't want to see it anymore, so I'm going to be fencing that off today. What you're going to need is the line fencing. It says line on it for long run. There are corner posts also, and then there are end posts like these right here that do not have any openings. These are for gates or just where you want the fence to end. Something you also need is a cap for the tops that go on top of the post. I suggest having a Sawzall or any kind of saw, really, because you probably will run into roots if you have a lot of trees like I do, and you're gonna have to cut them out. I also use some pieces of wood just to keep the fence with a little gap underneath. I like having a little gap under the fence just so, you know, critters and any animals that get in the yard, they can get out. I have dogs, so I don't want anything getting trapped back here. Also, you're gonna need a post hole digger, and then I use a shovel and rake just to rake away and make the ground level under the fence, just so I can get a good level fence. And lastly, and probably most important, is you need a level to make sure all your posts are straight, and a tape measure. Another tip too is run a line to keep it straight all the way down. As you can see, the line is run, and it runs all the way the length down the property line. Also, something that's also optional is concrete. I did set all my panels from 2 years ago in concrete. They've held up really well. We've actually had a couple hurricanes. Have had no issues with them at all. So that's something I'll probably be doing also today. Once I get all the posts in the ground, is going back through and concreting them all. So that's optional. Some people concrete them, some don't. It's up to you. All right, for this part, you just need to measure. These fence posts are 8 feet wide. But you got to go a little bit shorter. I usually do about 7 foot 8 inches, about right there. I'm gonna dig the hole. So once you get your hole dug, these poles sit about 2 feet in the ground. I'm going to do a quick check. We're at about 2 feet right there. Alright, so you're going to set the post in the ground like that. Make sure it's on your line. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab one of your rails out of here. They're both the same, so it don't really matter which side you get. Run it through, just like Legos. Just pops in like that. Just like that. And we move on to the panels. Alright, so we need the panels. There's a little trim piece that goes on the very ends. It gives it that clean look. Slides them like that. And that's going to be your first and your last panel of each section. So it goes on just like that. Come over, you just take it and you slide it down into the little slot like that. And then you push it flush against the post like that. And then you just repeat the process all the way down. one panel. Just gotta put the top railing on. I'll show you how to do that right now. So once you get it started, then you basically just push it down on the top of the panels. And then just go in. You're gonna kind of get it lined up with that hole. And then you basically just push it right on in. Alright, so what you get is this panel. Nice and tight. Now is when you would either backfill it with dirt, get it leveled up. Some people like to wait till the end. That's probably what I'm going to do. Get them all set first because I'm actually going to fill them with concrete. You can also come in here on the top and then you can put a screw right through here so these panels don't slide, but I haven't had any issues with my other ones, so I'm not going to do that. You just put the cap right on top. That gives it that finished look. And then you're good to go. You can also cement those to the top. I did that on a panel on the other side. I had to take it off and it actually broke the cap. So if you do put it on there, just put it on like a little bit, like a little corner, maybe a little dot in the corner. You don't need to put a lot, they'll stay on, they won't fall off. All right, well, let's keep going. Something also to consider, if you have soil that doesn't drain really well, you might need to put some gravel down, let's say 4 to 6 inches underneath your posts. But since we live in Florida, we have really good soil, or some really sand, and the water drains really well. I had no problems with it before, so just something to think about if you live somewhere where you have a lot of clay or just soil that doesn't drain very well. As you can see on this hole right here, there's actually a lot of roots. That's why the Sawzall comes in handy. We got to cut these monsters out right here. That's a fairly big root, and those two over there. Yeah, all that had to be cut out of that hole. Tip when using concrete, you should always use the recommended water amount. So for a 60-pound bag, you need 2.5 quarts. So for me, I just use a milk jug, half gallon, which is actually 2 quarts. So what I do is I fill it up once and then a half, and that's exactly what you need. It actually keeps the concrete the right consistency, and has the highest strength. Well guys, that's it. 10 simple steps. Hope you found the video useful and helpful. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.